I'm your host Rob. This video we're going to do another rehash video, this time in the movie category. We're going to revisit some of the 2013 movies that I have seen, that I have either reviewed already or by viewer request will be reviewing. However, we're going to start with some of the older videos I did for 2013 for those of you that have requested them. This one we're going to do Gravity. All right, so let's talk about the movie. If you saw the trailer and all the special, the coming attractions, things like this, and you thought the movie looked dumb because of people floating in space, because that was the biggest complaint that I read on the internet. A lot of people said, go see the movie. Go see the movie. They kind of do it in such a way that, when you watch a trailer, you say to yourself, I know they're showing all the good parts, and I'm going to go there, and that's it. That's the movie. All the stuff I saw in the trailer or in the preview. There's some truth to that here. The only problem is that everything in between all that is a roller coaster ride. First of all, if you've ever had any aspirations of being an astronaut, or if you have children or kids that have any aspirations of being an astronaut, this is going to change their mind. This movie is going to change their mind. I don't want to give away the plot. Obviously, I want to try and be spoiler free, so I'm going to go through a couple of categories and just tell you what I thought about them. First thing, special effects. Very good. I mean, you really can't screw up special effects these days. These guys know what they're doing. They're excellent at it. So special effects were top-notch. I mean, they really looked like they were in space. All the events that took place looked legitimate. I didn't see any glitches. Now, I didn't see it in 3D, but what I saw looks very realistic. No glitches. And the scenery was amazing. I mean, you really felt like you were watching people in space. So special effects were great. Drama, there is a lot of that. And when I say drama, I don't want you to think that it's like the boring kind of drama. I mean, there are some parts that are slow. I'm not going to sit here and say this is a 10. There are some parts where you're kind of like, all right, this is getting a little slow. But at the same time, those parts do the movie justice because, well, I don't want to say anything. You'll see. There are just maybe maybe two or three parts where it's a little slow, and you're kind of like, okay, and then things change. So you'll see. Love category, there's no love in the movie. In terms of man, woman, and we'll have none of that. Very emotion, tons of emotion. You will be emotionally invested in this movie in terms of getting yourself involved. If you're the kind of person that can really get into a good story, and this is a good story, albeit a simple one, because it's a story, obviously it's a story about survival, but very emotional roller coaster. I mean, there are some legitimately scary parts in that movie where, and not horror scary, I'm talking like, oh shit, like that kind of stuff. So very emotional roller coaster. And yes, there are some sad moments, but and that's not a big spoiler. That's the kind of stuff you're going to find out about pretty early in the film. It's not a plot buster, though. So, scary, I already spoke about. And most of all, the movie felt fresh. When you're going to the movies now, you're getting a lot of reboots. You're getting a lot of superhero novelty films. This was just a good, fresh experience. You got, as dumb as it may look on TV, because everybody seems to be saying, oh, I'm going to go to a movie to watch a bunch of people floating in space. It's a lot more than that. It really is. Are they in space for the most part of the movie? Yes, they are. I don't want to sit here and lie to you, because if that's not what you want, if you don't want to see a movie where 95% of the movie they're out in space, don't go see it. Now, it also depends on what your definition is. Are they out in space floating around the whole movie, or are they just out in space floating around and trying to survive? And because it's not all of them just fluffing and floating around space. But again, I don't want to get into too much detail because I don't want to spoil it. I'm not a Sandra Bullock or George Clooney fan. I'm not. I actually, those are probably two actors I just don't like at all. But I got to say, in this particular case, I really got to hand it to Sandra Bullock. She convinced me. She really did. George Clooney was his normal charming self that a lot of people like that. I mean, it doesn't matter. every time I see him, I think about how he ruined Batman. So, but he did well. He did well. But Sandra Bullock was the star of the show, and she really makes you gravitate towards her. She really makes you feel her sense of urgency, her emotional despair, all her emotional roller coasters that she experiences. So overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, I got to give the movie at least a 9. You know, I was gonna say 8.5, but that wouldn't be fair because it really is good. I even might want to go see it again. And for me to run out to see a movie a second time, it takes a lot, even for things that I really enjoy. But just because I like the feeling I felt after the movie. I really felt scared for the characters at times watching things. And I will say one last thing, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. I never knew in my life how much silence could be scary, and that's all I'm going to say. So that's it for this review. If you go check out Gravity, I hope you enjoy it. If you don't, definitely I would at least encourage you to watch it on DVD when it comes out, but it's definitely worth, it's a good fresh feeling. If you want something different, if you're tired of the reboots, if you're tired of the superhero movies, and I'm not saying that I am, but if this, I would go check this out. This is a good different experience that I think everybody should at least give it a chance, and don't judge it based on what you see on TV or on trailers, okay? All right, guys, so that's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Leave comments, suggestions. If there's any other content out there you want me to review, by all means, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to do it. But until then, have a good one, and I'll see you next video. Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. I'm your host, Rob. This video, we're going to do another rehash video, this time in the movie category. We're going to revisit some of the 2013 movies that I have seen, that I have either reviewed already, or by viewer request will be reviewing. However, we're going to start with some of the older videos I did for 2013, for those of you that have requested them. This one, we're going to do Gravity. All right, so let's talk about the movie. You know, if you saw the trailer and all the special, you know, the coming attractions, things like this, and you thought the movie looked dumb because of people floating in space, because that was the biggest complaint that I read on the internet. A lot of people said